So my greatest concern is the cost of properties. I think students are paying far too much to considering the amount of options that you have in Sterling, which is it's a fishbowl. It is like it's I don't even want to say as wide as an ocean, as deep as a puddle. 'Cause it's not even that. I think a puddle has more width and depth. Okay, then it's fucking Sterling for properties to rent in. And my absolute biggest concern as someone who did get on the wrong side of this is know your renter's rights. That is absolutely essential because it's like a lot of it is not told to you. And the reason it's not told to you is because it's usually just they just want to exploit you for not knowing it. And it's in their best interest to keep you in the dark as much as possible because that's how you end up in situations like I almost did, where you get scammed out of nearly £1,100. It is not fun. So I don't think a lot of students necessarily recognize what a good like tenant landlord relationship actually looks like. So I think a good landlord is responsive, is takes like responsibility because like as well like the amount of students I know who don't even know what HMO is. 100% don't even play because it's like no don't even because it's they're so predatory because they know they have you against the wall. Like nobody is interested in if you have a car. I know a few people maybe do live out with Sterling, like in Falkirk. For a lot of students, that just isn't possible, and so they know that for a lot of people, they're only going to have maybe three options, if that. And as like two out of three of them are probably even done by the same letting agency or even the same landlord. So really, you're at their mercy. And I think they know that they will raise rent to such an incredible degree. Which, well, actually, like when you talk about like rising rent prices, like, do you know what the number one cause of that is in Sterling? Is actually the university, because the university is the largest landowner in the council area because they own all of it. When they raise their rent prices, that actually has a significant effect on the local housing market, and that actually does affect rent prices across the council area. The problem is, it's like they don't care about that. They don't care about how expensive it is or how much you're struggling to live because they know you don't have a choice. It's just something you have to do, unfortunately, and I fucking hate that. I'd have a better time if I sent a letter by pigeon. It's like genuinely like you think you'd think with the advent of like emails and social media and like instant communication, it'd be so much easier to get hold of a landlord. It isn't. It even goes for the fucking posh accommodation. Like, just like around the corner, Carter's Yard. I've got a friend who lives in Carter's Yard. For a single little box room that does have an ensuite, almost like 950 quid a month. It's awful. It's terrible. And I was filled with so much anxiety because, like, yeah, I did have home to go back to, but home is an hour and a half away. And, like, I want to move out. I want to do this. I want to, not just to prove to anyone else, but to also, like, prove to myself. I'm like, I've got a social life. Like, I've got friends who live here, and I don't want to leave that behind. I shouldn't have to leave that behind, right? And what makes it worse? Sterling's not the only place like this. There are so many places across Scotland that I think people think just because Scottish students get like, and I'm fortunate to be counted among them. I don't sound it. I'm Scottish enough to claim sass. A lot of people don't think about this. They think because tuition is free, well, what have you got to worry about? But it's everything else, because nothing else is provided for you. It's so heightened because okay, yeah, I don't have to pay tuition, but I still have to survive. I still have to pay money to live somewhere.